Welcome to Inner Pop, guys, your daily dose of positivity. Also, I realize I've been saying daily dose of positivity. We upload this weekly.
Yeah.
So, unless you listen to it on repeat daily, maybe you're weekly. Maybe I should say weekly
Maybe weekly's
dose
good.
of positivity.
It might be fine. I think we just use a different one every time. This time it's your weekly. Maybe next week it'll be your monthly dose.
After that, yearly. Maybe
Your
we gotta change it up
secondly.
bi-quarterly,
Yeah. Annually.
annually, semi-annually.
Yeah. Oh, welcome to the chaos we've already begun.
Welcome, guys. Welcome. And today, what are we doing today, Ink? Tell the people what's up.
All right, Etha. This one I'm excited about. We're giving you guys this week another little dose of holiday. I'm gonna call it mischief instead of magic because nothing we do is ever magical. But
I beg to differ.
it we're like chaotic neutral in the most unexpected of ways.
Nah, you're a wizard, Ink. You're a wizard.
It's as good as I've always wanted to be.
More
But
Gandalf
maybe-
style, though.
Right, I was gonna say maybe not
Radagast
the
the
Harry.
Brown.
Right. Now, Radagast the Brown is a wizard I would fuck with. That
Absolutely.
dude knows some shit. I don't know what he knows, but I want to know.
He's like the Lorax of animals.
He really is.
He speaks for the
except
creatures.
better, because he's got a sled pulled by
And bird
bunnies.
shit on his head.
Well, bird shit, clearly, if you're gonna be with the animals, gotta have the bird shit. And not just a little bit, like a nice caked on.
Good coding for safety.
It is. It helps masks your scent, is what it is. It keeps you from smelling like the magic.
Exactly. It's how he stays hidden.
Oh, see, guys, chaotic neutral. What we're actually doing today has nothing to do with wizardry and everything to do with our holiday mischief. And we're going to just we've each got a holiday movie that we're gonna sort of discuss. That I know for me personally, I have some solid memories attached to it. I don't know about Issa's, but I'm very excited to find out because we learn things on the fly around here. We have as much idea what's gonna happen as you guys do. So
Exactly. It's how we roll. It's how we roll
In
on
the
our sleighs
Shire.
this holiday season. In the
that's how we roll.
Not back to Bilbo Swaggins, please. You said we'd never go back there.
Well, we're here now. We went Radagast, so here we are now. Once you've gone bird shit, you can't go back. You can't backtrack that. It's done now.
You can't put it back up the poop chute. It's out now.
Yeah, once it's out, it's out.
Oh.
And that's really the way it ought to be. Okay.
Put that on a
enough.
t-shirt.
Well, maybe we'll start selling it one day. Look for the merch, guys. Designs you would never admit to owning and never wear outside of your home.
It's like those shirts that you'll see other people like in other countries that don't predominantly speak English, wear like an English shirt and it
yes.
says like big titties on it or something strange.
I saw one the other day that said, "Hello, I'm a secret lesbian," and I just... It's not a secret anymore.
You were.
You were a secret lesbian.
That reminds me of a picture I'm going to show you later. But
Oh, I can't wait.
podcast time.
Podcast first.
Podcast time.
Let's talk to the lovely people first.
Yes.
Isa, I'm gonna, as per usual, throw you under the bus first and ask what delightful, or maybe not so much, holiday movie have you got for us to talk about?
Throwing me under the bus is so appropriate for this one. I've got tire marks from watching this movie, and so does someone else in the movie.
Tire mark. Okay. I have so many questions.
But I don't even know, dude. Listen, this
Oh,
movie, right? So my first time watching it was today, right? Today. I was
first time. This is a new
first
one.
time. I was looking
Okay.
for interesting movies because I get so many Christmas movies have like the same plot, right? It'll be
Mm-hmm.
like the same kind of, and it's not bad. It's not bad. That's not me talking on Christmas movies. I love a good Christmas film, okay? But
But
I wanted one that was gonna be real fun to talk about, right? So I was like, give me something a little unconventional-ish esque. And I
mm,
went looking, I went digging, and I happened
okay.
across. I found this on a list of supposed like best international Christmas movies ever,
Oh no.
which is that's some big pants.
That is
Those are
big
some
pants
big
to fill.
worldwide. That's Mr. Worldwide level pants to fill.
World
You
that
got pitbull pants over
is
here.
Mr. World.
And I don't, I don't know if I would say.
Oh
Listen,
no. It's a
it's a great
movie.
movie.
Oh,
It's
uh-huh. Is it
it's a
great
great
or is it a
movie.
thing that you watched?
It's no,
Is it?
I would say as far as movies go, it's actually a really enjoyable movie. Okay,
Okay.
it's very well as far as Christmas movies go, and it's very strange, and it's very
Oh,
it deals with some dark themes, but in very
okay.
comedic ways. And
Sure.
I didn't know because listen, I was like, I read like a slight premise, and I was like, I don't want to know anything outside of that. I want the movie to tell me about itself. I want to have a little nice blind date with this movie. Okay, it's gonna
Uh-huh.
introduce me to it. All right, and when I tell you, I was not ready for half the shit I saw.
Oh, oh, okay.
But this movie, lovely film, is a Japanese animated film called
Okay.
Tokyo Godfathers.
Yes, it sounds like a holiday movie already.
Doesn't it though?
Not it. Oh, like I'm being inducted into the mafia or something. Not it's not giving.
Listen, mafia slash Japanese mafia yakuza are involved, but only slightly. A lot less than you would think.
Sure.
This is
It
not a
was
Robert De Niro film,
I was gonna say it's very much giving Robert De Niro just based off the name.
which is what I thought too. When I first,
Right.
I was like, really? And then I read the premise. And the premise, let me.
All right, break it down. Give us the synopsis. Synopsis. Just
So the basic. Okay, the like little blurb, right? After finding an abandoned baby on Christmas Eve, three homeless people go in search of the child's parents, meeting a host of oddballs along the way. Okay? That's what I went into it with. That's what I went into it with. Now,
tire tracks are involved.
tire tracks aren't involved. That's the thing about
Okay.
this movie is that there's so many things in it that
Uh-huh.
happen that it's like
How long is this movie?
it's only an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And I felt like I watched three movies today.
Okay, okay. All right, I'm
So,
excited.
main premise, right? There are three
Right.
homeless people. They
Yep.
find a baby in the trash, and decide to
Sure,
try and
where
find the
else?
baby's parents. We're babies, I'm not gonna say that. I love babies. Babies are. I genuinely, babies are wonderful. They are a miracle. They're great.
Babies are adorable.
They are
Yes.
so sweet. Oh my god. But so because of that, so our main cast of characters, right? Our main cast of characters are three homeless people in Tokyo, of course. A a disgraced husband and father named Jin, who gambled away his family's money.
Ah,
Yes,
disgraced. Yes.
it disgraced. A transgender woman named Hana,
Okay.
who is sick with something. The movie never quite says, but she's ill. And then a
Okay.
teenage runaway named Miyuki.
These are all the homeless people?
These are the homeless people. These are our main
Okay.
cast and crew. All
Got
right.
you. Plus
So,
baby.
plus baby. They find in the trash. God baby, holy baby that they find
Right.
in the trash.
Baby.
Listen, I will explain to you why I
Okay.
say holy baby. You'll
No,
understand.
no.
You'll
Okay.
understand. This movie is batshit.
Alright.
Okay, so the beginning of it starts off with our three main cast. So they go to a Christian church service, Christmas church service, nativity type thing. They come out of there, they get some food, right? And then they go back to their usual little like safe place that they can sleep and everything. They're eating their food and everything, and then they're digging through the trash and they find a baby. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We get that. That's the premise. That's the premise. They find a baby in the trash. And so the trans
Hijinks
woman, right?
ensue. Is
Hijinks ensue. But the trans woman, right? Because she's trans, so she doesn't have like a womb and all that stuff to make a baby. So she's always wanted a baby. So she's like, oh my god, a baby! I get to have a baby now. Which like.
That's
Listen,
not how that works.
You
You
can't,
can't keep the trash baby.
You can't just take a trash
You can't
baby.
just. You don't just take the trash baby home. There
How
are
are
a
you
lot
gonna
of
feed
steps
the trash
between.
baby?
Right. We can't do that. Sure. Okay.
I was
So-
like, girl, we can't do that.
Girly Pop, I need you to rethink that plan.
Please. But she gets all attached. And
Mm-hmm.
they decide, and of course, like, so Jin, the disgraced husband,
Disgrace,
father,
yes.
Mr. Disgrace, is he's all like, oh, "What are you, fucking stupid?" And he's
Sure.
also very like,
It's lovely.
he says a lot of like transphobic stuff, man. He's so crabby and so
Sure.
mean throughout like
Well-
the whole movie.
We're in Japan.
And we're in Japan.
I don't know what time of the timeline of history this is, but
2000s, yeah.
okay. Well, that checks out a little bit then. I
Yeah,
feel
it checks
like.
out. It checks out.
I mean, not meant in a negative way, but
Right, but it's time and place. People, societies say certain things, act certain ways. Right, it's
it's.
such
I
is
am
life.
unsurprised to see it. Is
Yes,
maybe the
yes.
way to.
Exactly. I would be surprised to see it here in the 2000s, frankly,
Well, yes,
or now, frankly,
right now, yes,
or now.
Or now.
But
So yes,
So-
he's upset about like, nope, that's dumb.
yes, he's kind of the voice of reason in this moment. Like, how the fuck are you going to take care of a baby? You can't even take care of yourself. Like, what are you thinking? And she doesn't care.
Of course not.
But then she comes to the decision of like, okay, well then let's, you know what? I'm mad at this baby's mama. I'm mad at this baby's parents. Why would they throw the baby in the fucking trash? So I'm gonna hunt those motherfuckers down.
Sure.
And then she still gets all attached and everything and decides that she's gonna name the baby. So she names the baby Kyoko,
Sure.
which I don't remember exactly what she said it meant, but it was like light. I feel like it was holy pure child, holy child, right, right. Which God baby is the pure
Baby
child.
Jesus, yes.
Baby Jesus. This is little baby Jesus. This little girl is baby Jesus now.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, I swear through this movie, dude, it feels like it. Because there are many instances where Hana is like, Hana is the transgender lady.
Yes.
Hana is like, this baby is blessed. God loves this baby because of all the things that keep happening, and this baby comes out unscathed. Like God do be loving this baby.
That's
This
a
is God's
lucky
baby.
motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying. And so they decide that they're gonna try and find the baby's parents.
Right.
And they happen across a key next to the baby, right? So the key is for this like storage locker. And they get to the locker and everything. They open it and they find some alcohol. They find some porno mags, and they find some business cards for a hostess, right? So their next goal was like, okay, let's try and get to this hostess club to see if we can find the mom because maybe she's a hostess, something like that. And there's also a really, really funny moment that I actually have to backtrack on slightly just because I thought it was so funny. But in the beginning, when they're dishing out the food, Hana is the lady that's dishing the food out to them. She talks about like wanting to be pregnant and talking about like, oh, can I have a little more food? I'm eating for two. She's being funny. But then while they're leaving the locker, now she has the baby, right? She has the baby in her arms. And the lady that was dishing out the food sees her and was like, oh my God, she was eating for two.
Miraculous.
I was like, bro,
Oh,
miracle
it doesn't
baby
happen
moment
that
number one,
fast.
bro.
Right.
Right, like this, is that how that works? um, but they end up, so I'm trying to think. So the next interesting thing that happens, they end up coming across a graveyard, which they're searching around and picking up a bunch of offerings to try and find something that they can use. And of course, baby's hungry because none of them have milk. Why would they have milk, right?
Sure.
Or formula specifically.
Right.
And none of them are making milk. So,
Nope.
but they come across literally, and this is like, this is Miracle Baby, God Baby number one moment is they come across a grave that has formula and diapers like perfectly neatly set out. And there's like this light ray shining down on it. It's all like, oh, and then like there's the baby formula and stuff. And I thought that was strange, right? Because I've never heard, because here in the US, when people leave things at people's graves, usually it's like flowers, right? Or maybe something that person really enjoyed in life, right? I don't think I've ever, I don't know if you ever have, but I don't think I've ever seen baby formula or diapers left out at a grave.
Not here in America, no, but I do know that in other parts of the world, the customs for leaving offerings are very different. So
Yeah.
if that were to have been a thing, like if it, you're leaving it for your baby, I could see
And
that
that's
being a
why I
thing.
went and looked it up. It's a Buddhist ritual. It's
That makes
called
sense, yes.
Mizuko Kuyo, or water child memorials, right? And so they'll bring things to help baby in the afterlife. Like they'll bring
Yeah.
formula, toys, pacifiers,
Right.
diapers, stuff like that, for any
Yeah.
babies that were lost or babies or stillborn babies.
Right.
And they're usually get left with like Jizo statues because the Jizo statues are supposed to be spirits that are helping guide those children. So I thought that was really cool. I really did. I thought that was cool. So that was a neat bit of culture I learned from this movie, which I thought was fun. Which is one of my favorite things about watching a movie from a different country is that like you learn more about like their everyday customs as well. So that was just a cool moment. I enjoyed that. Learning new things. Right.
Sure.
But after the graveyard, so they're walking on this pedestrian road, type road, right? And there's a car on it, and they're like, "What the fuck is this car doing here?" Like people walk on
Right.
this. This is not for car. But then they see a man. This is where the tire tracks I was talking about
Yes,
earlier come
I
in. They find
assumed.
find a man like stuffed under his car, like his car, because it's this road is on a hill, right? It's an incline, and his car is about to crush him. And he eventually, so they push the car out, right? He gets out, he's fine, he's safe, he's not crushed, he's no pancake. And he tells them that he was stuck in the snow because it's wintertime, there's snow everywhere. It was stuck in the snow, so he got out of his car, but he didn't put his like he didn't put like the brake on or anything. He said, I think the translation was like he forgot his parking brake or something, and he was pushing the car, and this lady ran by chasing her dog, bumped the car, and it just ran over him. So he was just stuck underneath it. But turns out he's a big time Yakuza boss,
Of course.
of course. So that's where he comes in. This is
Right.
yeah, yeah. Uh, so kind of almost Zootopia style, they end up hitching a ride with this Yakuza boss and then go to his daughter's wedding. So
Yep.
this is very Godfathers.
It
Very
is
like,
indeed. Yes. Yes.
which initially was why I thought it was called Tokyo Godfathers. I thought this was going to go in a more mob
He's taking
direction.
care of the baby, and then it's a whole
Right.
thing.
Like that's where
Yeah.
I thought this was going to go. It does not.
I'm not surprised.
So they're at the wedding, the whole like celebration type part of it, like the what do you call it?
The reception.
Yeah, reception, that's the word. Thank you. um and they're at the reception, and Jin sees a man who, so this man apparently we learn later is the reason, he's the dude that he owes all of his gambling debts to, basically. So he's real mad at this dude, and he's about to go over and fight him when the server, the maid right next to him, like throws her serving tray and whips out a 9 millimeter and pop, pop, pop. And that's when I was like, first of all, this movie was like funny, goofy, haha, and now we're out here. Now she got the blicky. I'm like, what is happening? What is going on? Okay.
Did make a turn, sure. It's very
It took quite a
Christmassy.
turn. It's like I thought we were just getting a baby home, not like
Right.
getting involved in mob mess.
Well, you
Okay.
said it was Japanese animated, so really I was prepared for Asian. If we're being completely honest here, that this all checks out for a Japanese animated movie. This is
true.
this is par for the
is true.
course. Yeah.
It was pretty par for the course. But yeah, so there's this badass maid assassin. Pop, pop, pop. Dude goes down, right? And so now Jin doesn't have to fight the guy, but Jin's kind of upset. He's like, damn. At this point
goes
in
my
time,
chance.
our runaway teenager, right, Miyuki, takes baby right before the shots, pretty much. She took baby to the bathroom. Baby needed a diaper change. God, baby needed a diaper change. I should call her Kyoko, but literally watching the whole film, I kept calling her God, baby. But she needed a diaper change. Miyuki changes her butt. She's starting to walk back, and then badass maid assassin runs over to her, the mob, because you can't just pop off shots at a mob wedding and not
No, why not?
expect
Right.
to be chased down and fired back
Right.
upon. So he takes Miyuki as a hostage.
course.
Miyuki and Kyoko as a hostage.
Yep.
And he speaks Spanish.
Of
right.
course he does.
So she has no idea what he's saying, right?
Nope.
No clue. But he takes her as a hostage and takes her into a cab, and takes her back. And the whole time, because I do speak a little bit of Spanish,
Right.
he
Right.
was basically like, he was trying to explain to her, right, that he wasn't like gonna kill her. And then was like, because the baby kept crying into everything. It's like, here's this like random
Right.
teenager alone with a baby, and he
Right.
was asking her like, do you need milk? And she was just like, which is a fair reaction when you don't know what someone's saying and you just
You
watch
have
them
no idea
kill
what's
somebody.
happening. Right. Right.
Yeah. But
Checks out.
so he gets he gets them back to where he lives, which is like Tokyo slums, essentially. And she's still freaking out. She's panicking, but he takes her into his house where his wife and newborn baby are. And the wife breastfeeds both babies simultaneously like a boss, which was cool. And then you come to find out, so Miyuki's like, she speaks Spanish too. The wife does. So Miyuki still doesn't know what she's saying. But then they're like looking at the pictures of the wife's like family and everything, and she's explaining like, yeah, this is my dad, and stuff like that. And then she tries to explain, my dad is a police officer. And this is where you learn Miyuki's dad is also a police officer.
And so we've married the man killing. Got you. Sure. Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that was not the move.
Nope.
That was not very smart. Though, to be fair, her father's a police officer in a different country, it seems like. I don't think he's actually there in
I don't
Tokyo.
think that makes me feel better. No, 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 I don't think it does.
She said, fuck the police.
And she meant that, I guess. And you know, fair enough. But yeah, yep, sure.
Logical things with this very logical movie.
Very.
But she's talking to Miyuki, and this is where you learn Miyuki's dad is also a cop. And then you also learn that Miyuki stabbed her father.
Sure, as one
And
does.
that is why she ran away, because she was like, my dad's gonna arrest me. Apparently, she stabbed him because her beloved kitty cat disappeared one day. And she thought her
yes.
dad had something to do with it.
Oh, that's clearly a good enough reason. That's
totally
what I would
normal-
have done. That makes so very. That doesn't sound like she needs to be on the psych ward at all.
No, not at all. Very normal, well-adjusted child. No issues.
It's good. For those of you who are unfamiliar with sarcasm, please get familiar now.
You're about to hear a lot of it.
Tons and tons. All right, continue. Isa.
I'm so sorry. There's just so much that happens. Okay, but so then so Jin and Hana are fighting, right? Because they're like, oh my god, the kids, what are we gonna do?
Right.
And Hana's like, we gotta go after the kids and everything. And Jin's
Sure.
like, I'm not an action movie hero, okay? And
Fair.
so they split off. Jin's like, I'm gonna go to the police, and Hana's like, I'm gonna go get my damn kids back, right? So you'll cut to Jin, and he's like drunk. He's struggling to deal with this mess because he is also a drunk. He is a gambler and a drunk.
Well,
of
I
course,
would
because
be
usually
after all
those two
that.
things go hand in hand.
Sure.
And especially after all that, I could definitely see it.
I would also be heavily drinking. Sure.
Me too, frankly. So he's stumbling down the road, right? He's had a lot to drink at this point, and he comes across an old man who is also another homeless person, and he
Of
is
course.
dying on the ground. Probably from old age is what it seems like. It doesn't seem
Sure.
like he's sick or anything.
Just an old man.
This is an old man passing away by himself on the ground.
Where else do the homeless pass? I mean, yeah.
We shouldn't have any homeless. That stuff makes me mad. But anyway,
That's a
continue with the
whole
sto-
separate conversation.
Whole other conversation.
Another day.
But continuing with the story, okay. So he takes this old man into his old man shack, and old man is like, I have a last request.
Why was he not already in his shack?
Dude, I don't know.
Why
I
were
guess
we
he just collapsed
outside
on the
in
ground.
elements. Why were we?
Like, I think
Sure.
maybe he went to go ran and grab something, and then he collapsed on the ground. That's my.
Sure.
But yeah,
That's what I'm going with. Yep.
Yeah.
We're in the old man shack.
so he and I hope, and I'm gonna say this too, I hope I didn't miss any context in this situation, in this like specific scene and stuff, because I skipped over a little bit, okay, but because it was bothering me, but but so he's in the shack, and he's like, I have a last request, and then he's like, I want a last drink of that alcohol, and he drinks a last drink, and then he's like, blah blah blah. And then Jin thinks he's dead, and then he's like, oh, actually, can I have a little more? Also, I have another last request. This stuff right here has my identity or whatever. Destroy it, because if people know who I am, it'll destroy some lives. And so Jin's like, okay, I got you, old man. And then old man dies. So Jin exits the shack, and there's this whole crowd of young men that proceed to beat the crap out of him. And this is the part that I skipped.
Sure.
That's the part I skipped, because I was like, whoa,
What's happening?
Christmas movie. I was so sad. I was like, no, I think I'm gonna skip this.
Man's having a time. So yeah.
But at that point too, after he has been beaten quite fiercely, he holds up a picture that he had found in that storage locker from the beginning. That he looked at it up at the skyline, and he saw like the same buildings, and was like, oh, I know where to go now. I can find it. And then there's a group of drag queens. Well, there is one single drag queen that saves him, right? And takes him back to their drag queen lair. And Hana, so that now it cuts back to Hana. So Hana finds Miyuki. Well, the way that she finds Miyuki is she calls the taxi service that she saw the cab that the assassin took. And she calls the taxi service and is like, this cab, bring it here. And so then she gets that taxi cab driver to take her to where the assassin went, right? That's how she finds Miyuki in Kyoko. And then she's like, we don't have nowhere to go right now, but I know where we can go. And she takes them, of course, to the drag queen club. So they all reconvene at the drag queen club. She used to be part of the drag queen club, right? Easy, simple. So then everyone's back together. All right. So they decide to head off to that apartment in the photo, right? They get there, they poke around, they finally find it. They find it by accident. And then it's been like beaten down, like destroyed. But they find out from the neighbors, they find out the name of the person that they're looking for. And so now they're still on their fetch quest of like, damn, well now we got to go to the next place. So they get and they also find in her apartment like, oh, this is like the next apartment that she probably moved into, right? Okay. Which by chance, I'm sure, yeah, when you move, you just leave a note lying around of where you moved to.
I've seen it happen in shows. It must be a thing somewhere. You know, you leave.
Oh no, man. With the people. Maybe I've just never left. Like I'm moving to 363 Hawthorne Road.
No, but also if you take into consideration the context of like being in the 2000s, that would be a way for people to then find you. So I could see that being a thing that people did.
Yeah, maybe. That's actually not a bad point. Mm-hmm. But so they go on, they're moving on. They stop for a quick break at it was a long break, but they stop at a convenience store because of course, you know, they got a baby. You gotta change baby, feed baby. You can't just keep walking when you got a baby. So they stop at a convenience store and there's a drunk man there. They're being asked to leave, and this drunk man that's in the store is like, yeah, y'all fucking stink, get out of here. And then tries to start a fight with Jin. And this is like Miracle Baby, God Baby moment number 2, right? Where because this dude's trying to start a fight, they all step outside of the building, including the clerk that's just trying to de-escalate everything, bless his heart. And an ambulance decides to drive straight into the front face of the store. Where they all just were. And of course baby is like scream crying before they step outside and everything. And so this is another moment of like, oh, baby is like, it's a freaking God baby. Baby is Jesus. And then after basically declaring, Hana basically declares baby is like for sure, like this is straight up Jesus baby, coughs up a crap load of blood and passes out on the floor, on the ground. So then that moves them to a hospital. We're getting there. We're honestly, we're not too far. Right. So they get to the hospital. I know, this is just, it's so much happens. And it's like, if I don't give the context of everything that's happened, it's like, I'll go crazy. But then they're at the hospital, right? And Jin has this money set aside because he was like, yeah, I'm going to give this to my daughter. You know, like, I'm going to like make all this up. I wish I hadn't been a deadbeat dad, everything, because, you know, on a long journey like this, you have your 3 heroes. And of course there's, character development and them figuring out their own issues along the way type thing. Right. So he has this money saved up. But then the money has to go to, Hana's medical bill. Because you can't just get care for free. And as soon as he puts the money on the counter, his actual daughter walks by past the back of the counter because she's a nurse and she works there. I was like, bro, Miracle Baby miracle Christmas baby.
Sure.
We're doing it again. Okay, so he finds his actual daughter again. He hasn't seen her in like years upon years. It's this really sweet, happy moment, right? But Hannah is pissed at him because she's like, you're a deadbeat, right? You're a deadbeat and you suck. And she says all that as like in her weird roundabout way, as like this will bring him closer to his daughter. Because now I'm the enemy, I'm the bad guy, and so to bring the father and daughter closer, like that's her logic, right? Which I'm like, okay, sis.
I don't see that
Okay.
working, but what do I know?
What do I know? But her, Miyuki and Kyoko now all leave the building. And they're like, and Hana has kind of changed her mind about finding the parents. And she was like, we're gonna give them to the police instead. And they're walking across a bridge at the same time, and Hana's talking about like repenting for like keeping the baby this long, and like doing all this stuff roundabout trying to find the baby's parents when she should have just taken him to the police. And she was like, oh, and she's being all dramatic about it because she's very dramatic. It's a big part of her personality, and she's all like, oh, I'll talking about like how she'll jump off a bridge and like commit suicide and like this and that. And then in the background, you just see someone, and she's talking about, I'll leave my shoes neatly on the pavement, and you see another woman leaving her shoes neatly on the pavement and climbing up onto the
Sure.
onto the bridge to go jump, and they happen to see her last second and like grab her back down, like no, and the woman looks at the baby, because baby starts crying like immediately, and woman looks at the baby and she's like, and oh my god, it's baby's mom. It's baby's mom. Now,
Right.
keep in mind at this point, right? This is what we've been leading up to the whole point, right? Is baby
Whole
mom
point.
being reunited, right?
Right.
There were 20 minutes left of the film.
Sure.
So I
What
was
could
like,
possibly occur next?
exactly, what could possibly happen now? So, Jin goes to the apartment, right? The apartment where he goes inside and he finds the husband of that woman on the bridge, right? Learns from the husband that that baby is not their baby.
Huh?
Woman on the bridge is crazy and kidnapped the baby from the hospital.
Ah.
And one thing that drives me crazy about this, it still never fully answered how baby ended up in the trash.
No, it does not. No.
It does not. But so now Jin is like, oh no, oh crap.
I can
now
only assume man dumped the baby there to avoid prison time.
perhaps, perhaps he might have dumped the baby. He said he had nothing to do with it. That was the only reason that I was like, oh, that doesn't answer anything. But I feel like that's probably correct. He probably
That's
did.
why he had nothing
just
to do with
didn't
the
admit to it.
kidnapping of said baby, but did dump said baby because he did not want to go to prison. Is my
Indeed.
theory. Right.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense. That makes total sense. But then, so Jin's like, well, now I gotta find. So they're gonna be trying to find the crazy lady, who her name is Sachiko. Okay, so I don't just call her crazy lady the whole time, even though that's what I was calling her while I was watching it, because she is batshit. But so he runs off to go find her, right, and comes across. So they all end up, crazy coincidences. They're running past each other and everything. He's booking it on a bicycle, trying to find a baby and Ko, and comes across just Ko, no baby, babyless Ko, just Hana and Miyuki, right? Because they already
Right.
handed off baby, and they're like, "Oh, you missed like the grand finale and everything. Good for you." And he's like, "No, no, 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 no. You don't understand. that is not her mom." And so then it cues this whole crazy chase sequence, right? They find where Sachiko is, which she's like sitting, and this is the part where you see that, like, okay, no, 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 there's something that has happened to her mind, because
Mm-hmm.
it's no longer there. Because she's sitting in the park and she's trying to breastfeed the baby, and is like, and there's like this like glaze to her eyes, and she's like,
My
if you don't do
assumption
it, we
here
will
is
burn.
that my only thought process at this point is just that she was pregnant, lost her baby in the hospital, and so mine's broken, and that the diapers and formula we found in the graveyard earlier belonged to her baby, and she's gone crazy taking the baby home because she genuinely has no idea that it's not her baby, which is a thing that happens far more frequently than I feel like we talk about, but that's a different story.
That's fair. That's fair. Though she does know it's not her baby.
Okay. Okay.
All the rest of that was true, but she does know it's not her baby.
Bet. Got you.
She wants to believe it is her baby, and it's
Sure.
very sad. So, but yeah, so then there's a whole crazy chase sequence. Jin's still trying to run him down on a bicycle. Sachiko steals a moving truck, and Hana and Miyuki find that poor same taxi driver again, and force him to follow. So it's moving truck, Jin on bicycle, and behind that taxi cab. Okay. So they end up Sachiko crashes into a big tall building, a skyscraper type building, right? And then she slips away into an elevator with the baby. They're all scrambling to try and catch up. And Miyuki is on the stairwell. She climbs up the stairwell all the way up to the top of the building, running fast enough to just catch Sachiko when she is about to jump again, but this time with baby in hand.
Sure.
Right, right. So
Not surprised at this point. That checks out for what is clearly a very clinically depressed lady.
yeah, yeah. And then so she decides that, so she explains, that's where you find out the whole miscarriage thing. She explains that, right? And then Miyuki's still trying to talk her down, still trying to be like, hey, well, the baby wants to see the baby's parents, okay? Like, let's get the baby back home, all right? It doesn't work. Sachiko goes to jump. Miyuki grabs her, so she's holding on to her now. Sachiko and baby hanging off the building. And then Sachiko's husband is down on the ground floor, and frankly, I don't know. Looking at the distance, I was like, how does she hear him? How does she hear him? Like, this makes no sense. But he's over there talking about how he was wrong, and how they can start all over, build a new life and everything. And she tries to, well, no. Actually, wait, back it up. I'm wrong. It was, she was about to jump, but then heard the husband. But then after hearing the husband, still decided she was going to jump. So then she jumps. Then Miyuki grabs her. Right. And then Miyuki is like, this is like the first time that she said the name that they had been calling the baby the whole time, which was Kyoko. And she said, Kyoko wants to go home. And then that like does something to Sachiko's brain. And she looks down at Kyoko, and Kyoko, now, keep in mind, Kyoko is not speaking. Kyoko is a baby. But she sees Kyoko say, I want to go home. And so then she's like completely changed her mind. Like, she doesn't want to jump anymore. It's a bit late for that. She already did. They're dangling off the building. So then, Miyuki is, so she tells Miyuki, like, take her home. But then Miyuki slips. So now Miyuki, Sachiko, and baby are falling off the building. But lucky enough, because this is a Christmas movie, Jin shows up, catches Miyuki by her legs, right? things seem like they're going to be okay. Everyone's caught, but no. Then a baby slips out of the arms, right? So then Hana, thankfully Hana's there too now, leaps off the building, Spider-Man style, catches the baby, right? Grabs part of the building, slips, grabs another part of the building, slips again, grabs a banner, okay? And here's the biggest God baby moment through the whole movie. Is holding on to the end of this incredibly long banner, right? And this like ray of light and this massive gust of wind comes in and kicks up the banner in a way, blows it in a way that Hana and baby float down gracefully like angels, all Mary Poppins style, and gracefully land on the ground on feet.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I see nothing wrong with the story you've just told me.
And then comes to the very last scene, right? So then everyone's in the hospital, of course. And the parents can pick up baby from the hospital, the actual parents this time. And they were like, and you see them coming down the hallway and they're with a police officer and he's like, well, and he stops them before they go in the room. He's like, well, I heard that they were homeless. And they were like, I don't care. I want the people that saved my baby to be the godparents. So that's where they say godfathers. I say godparents in respect for Hana. But that's where Tokyo Godfathers, that's where that comes in, right? And so they go into the room, and Miyuki's in there with Hana and Jin. And you see her stand up, turn around and look, and her and the police officer are making eye contact. And she's like, Dad? And then the baby goes, and then it rolls credits.
That was a thing I just heard. It doesn't sound at all like a waste of anyone's time. I don't like it. I don't like it. Not because it's not necessarily a holiday movie, although it's kind of like saying Die Hard is a because it's not quite. It just takes place at Christmas time, but doesn't actually have anything to do with Christmas outside of it being the time that's happening. Which fine. It's fine.
There's a whole
fine.
Jesus baby.
Right. My issue, and there are many, is just that the plot itself is unsure of whether or not it wants to be crazy anime or like Japanese animation, you know, because they're like kind of different things. And it doesn't know what it wants to be. And I don't like it. I don't know what's been born of that desire, but I don't like it. And I don't usually critique things this way.
I don't know.
But I don't know.
It. There was...
No. No.
You said no. Don't try to justify this movie.
Don't
try to justify this.
Don't try to make it sound better. Don't stick
It's listen, but it's a fun it's a good story to tell later.
Is it? I don't know that we've had a good time.
I don't know.
Do you feel
some of it?
You know what? You've said this was a last minute choice. I would like to know what we were deprived of talking about in the first place. What did we abandon for this?
We abandoned, first of all, another movie that technically isn't a Christmas movie, but just takes place at Christmas time. And also, I feel like everyone's seen, and I really felt, because it held a nostalgia thing for me. Like, because when we first came up with this idea, I was like, oh, I'll go watch that. Because when I was a kid, I used to watch it during Christmas time, because in my brain, it happened during Christmas. So Christmas, okay? And plus I just really like the books.
Okay.
Cause I'm a nerd. Instantly. But then I sat there watching it this time and I was like, man, I forgot there's a reason I stopped watching it every year. It was The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
I was like, that holds nostalgia for me, but like,
Yeah.
what am I even going to talk about? You know?
Oh, I think that would have been a great one to talk about. I love those. And I read a good handful of the books too as a kid. Just because the writing was great.
It absolutely, yeah.
I mean, it just was. Because I mean, it's. I have no problem with the like holiday movie, but not really holiday movie genre. As a matter of fact, mine's kind of along the same lines, but not it more of a Christmas movie than that is. But I can't help but feel as though we were deprived of a discussion about that for whatever we've just been subjected to. Not that I have any issue with your pick, outside of the fact that I just have no idea what's happened to us. And when all is said and done, my biggest gripe with it is just that I don't like the way we've represented grief and miscarriages and mental just struggles, and I don't like it. And
Yeah.
so overall,
There was a
not
lot
thrilled.
of why are we representing
Right.
so many things throughout the
So
entire
many
film of
things.
like, why is this the way, why is this the direction
Right.
we decided to go?
And it's not like they did anything with it that would have justified those choices, you know what I mean? There was no payoff anywhere for any of
Right.
that.
Right.
And even the sort of so-called reunions, there's no payout, there's no point to them, nothing's changed, nothing's happened. We didn't need to see any of those. And there's just, we still know nothing about the teenager. Nothing happened to her, but everybody else got a Christmas miracle, I guess, kind of, but not really, because nobody's actually better off than they were, except for the baby and her parents. But even then, not really, because we've been subjected to the trauma of having our baby stolen, and that's a whole other issue in and of itself. And we're representing this woman who's stolen the baby as just, oh, she's batshit, but she's a grieving mother, and that doesn't justify anything. But there are also nuances to it, and there's just a lot here, and I don't like any of it.
It is very 2000s.
It is, yes, that's my issue with it. It's very 2000s.
It's very like we
Very
don't pay
2000s.
attention to the nuance of
Right.
anything.
Terrible. Yeah, that was good.
And
I
this is
got
why we
nothing.
don't pick random things last minute.
I got nothing. I have no other commentary, I think.
There's nothing to comment on that other than
Yeah.
why does that movie exist?
Yes, that's my
Rub it
comment.
from the face of the earth.
That is my comment, is why.
Yeah, why?
If you are Japanese or know a lot about Japanese films, please give us a recommendation for a good holiday movie. Animated or not, don't care. Just what is your go-to holiday movie?
What do you like during the holidays? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing. My brain is no longer working. If I am
So sorry.
entirely honest with you, it's not.
Probably should have just done the Lion Witch in the Wardrobe.
It might have been better, but that was an experience we've had. How do you feel after having finally finished that?
Not any less upset than I did after finishing the movie. That's what I'll say. Not any less perturbed.
Got you. Nothing has changed.
So that's it. That's it for my pick. So that is
Now that we've all been traumatized, I think this
Yes.
is a good place for us all to take a break.
yes.
What do you think?
I think so. We'll make this a two-parter. This is the end of part 1 of this week's episode. So y'all are getting a little special Christmas treat little present under your tree. Two presents, actually. You're
That's
welcome.
right.
Two episodes this week. And for our second parter, we'll be picking it up with Ink's wonderful selection, which hopefully will be a lot less traumatizing.
But no less confusing.
Oh no. I don't have enough brain cells left from this episode.
Okay, you'll have a break. It's fine. We'll have a little break. It'll be fine. But definitely join us for part 2. I promise it'll be just as fun. Give you guys some good Christmas ideas for some Christmas movies to curl up and watch if you get bored, or to take a nap too after you've had your big meal. Whatever you feel the need to do.
That's what Christmas movies are actually for.
That's so true.
My dad does that with A Christmas Story every single year.
That's a valid movie. That's a good selection, I think. Well, let's maybe take our time to go ahead and have a little nap. Be sure to join us next week for part 2, guys.
Thanks for joining. Bye.
Not next week. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Oh yeah, tomorrow. You weren't supposed to tell them that. It's supposed to be a Christmas miracle.
It is a Christmas miracle. Part 2 is risen a couple days early. Let's try that again. Be sure to join us tomorrow for part 2.
Tomorrow. Right, thanks guys. Bye.
Bye.